Welcome back, guys, to Brian's Art of Creation. I hope you guys had an awesome week, and I hope you guys are super pumped for a brand new week, Monday morning. And it's time to get creative, go out there, have some fun. This week, I got some new encouragement from you, or for you, and this was based off of a quote I heard a long time ago, and I actually wrote a blog post, a nice story about it, about, let's go, 4, maybe 5 years ago, something like that, somewhere around there. And it was one of those that just hit me and instantly started coming up with all kinds of pictures in my head and things. So I want to share with you guys what it is and the meaning that I personally have for it, because it's still just as strong today as it was back when I heard it. And I still think about it and keep it in mind when, certain things come up or happen. So the quote is, "All the darkness in the world cannot put out a single candle." I want you to take a minute and let that kind of sink in. What that means to me is that we have this burning passion inside of us to create, what our life's purpose is, what our goals are, things like that. And it's this flame that just burns inside of us. There is no outside force that can put out this flame. The only thing that can put out that flame is you taking the oxygen away. Think about the image, even everything happening on the outside world. All the darkness that might be going on around us, all of the bad things that might be putting shadows on us. If you can push, that thing that you love so much or that you're so passionate about, it will light up everything around you. Think about a torch going through like a dark castle or a dark mansion. It doesn't matter how dark it is in there. None of that darkness or shadows is going to be able to put out that flame. But rather, if that flame is strong enough and bright enough, you're going to be able to light up the entire room. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. And I'm going to go through some of the ideas and things that I wrote about, and I'll also share a link to that blog post in the description down below. But that was one of those quotes that just instantly hit me, and it spoke to me. So basically, that flame is inside each and every one of us. A single candle that burns, whether that's our passions, whether that's our dreams, our hearts, our spirit, the essence of it. Describe it as you will, but each one of us has that. And sometimes it might be small or flickering, we might be going through struggles or certain things like that. And other times, it can be a torch that can light up an entire room, like I said. And it can even, depending on, how much you feed it, you can even ignite the flames in others. If you ever gone to a place and you're just so energized, so happy, and you're just talking about things that you got going on, and you just light up the entire room, or you light up all your friends around you. It's one of those things to where, because of the fact that it's so strong within you, you can light up everybody. So I want you to hold on to that passion. Make sure that you feed it. Make sure you discover what it is that really lights you up and get you excited. And the other thing that's really going to help you out is when you're going through some of those dark times, those dark chapters, that you hold on to that passion to help you get it through it, but to also develop a mindset that will allow you to face everything. So the best way that I can think of to describe this is by some of the personal things that have happened to me. Earlier this year, this room right here, we had some issues. We had a bad winter, it was 3 weeks of just straight, super cold. This area isn't used to, and the houses weren't really built for it. We had some water damage issues on the wall, on some mold that nobody could tell us where, why, and we're not going to get into all that. But basically, I had to clear out everything in my room, everything in this studio room, and we had to get it sprayed and cleaned and sanitized. And then I had to come back in here and repaint, and I kind of put new floors and new padding and stuff like that. Now, I could easily have looked at that as, you know, a negative thing and saying the world's just trying to stop me or trying to knock me down, or I'm just going to give up because things aren't working for me. However, I chose to think that life happens for me and not to me. Therefore, now I get to set this room up exactly how I want it. I mean, yes, it was a tough few months because I had to, you know, I only had a weekend to kind of move everything out, or a weekend, and I had to clear everything out and figure out where I'm going to put everything. But yet I still had projects I was working on. I had to figure out where I was going to work on those or how I was going to do it. However, I kept in my mind the fact that there's a lot of stuff in here that we needed to get rid of. We needed some spring cleaning, and I just didn't do it yet. Now I get to set this room up exactly how I want it. I get to clear a lot of the other stuff out. And just things like that. And with that positive mindset and keeping, you know, things like that, it'll help feed the flame and help me, and it really helped me to get through it and not sink into the pit of, you know, depression or sadness, upset. Because if I would have let that flame burn out during those times, that's exactly where I believe I would have fell to. Another example for you guys, you know, to kind of think about is, let's say you're driving in a car and somebody cuts you off in the road. There's a lot of different things that can happen, but everything that happens there, you have complete control over how you decide to react. Yes, you don't have control in the outside world or what happens around you. However, that person cutting you off, it could have been an accident, you don't know. But let's go at level 1, you getting upset and, you know, just yelling or just basically feeling in the car being really frustrated, and still being frustrated 10-20 minutes later, that isn't going to do anything. It's not going to change the fact that it happened. It's not going to not necessarily going to make you feel better, because you're just going to be in a totally different state. You know, obviously there's some people that like to vent and they'll do it real quick and then they're good, you know, things like that. But I've also seen a lot of people that just get upset and it done ruins them for like the rest of the day. I've seen people upset for over an hour after it happened, and all it was somebody, you know, cut them off on the road. But yet their whole day was ruined. Is it really worth that? You know, and then you got other people that go to the next level and just, you know, start speeding up or start cutting them off, or, you know, start getting violent, or road rage idea. And that just escalates things, and that isn't something that's going to make things better either. However, if you look on the other side, you know, at least they didn't hit you, and you were aware of it, you dealt with the situation. I'm sure every single one of you has accidentally once or twice, you know, got in front of somebody or cut things close, and I know I have. How do you know that that wasn't the same exact situation for them? So just a few things there to keep in mind. And going back to this flame and everything, all the things that you're passionate about, as you go out into the world, you're going to notice that all the pain and the evil in the world is going to try to test you. The idea that you have to think about is how you're going to answer, how you're going to react, which is what I was just talking about. Now, everybody's going to go through their own set of obstacles, their own encounters, blind spots, things happen in life. There's a lot of things that happen out there that we can't control. We have no control over. The key is to remember and to stay focused on those things that are important to you, and to keep those fires and that passion burning. so that you don't let those things go. You know, find the strength to, each one of us has that strength to stand tall and to overcome these things and to react in a way that's going to help us to overcome and just be better. So I want you guys to think about that. And don't let it get you down, and don't let it infect you. Okay? So, people will try to put you down. The world around us, situations are going to try to affect us. They're going to try to knock us down. They're going to try to put out our flame. They're going to try to steal your flame because you're just so energetic. You're just so pumped about something. You're just so energized. And you're going to have people that are upset, people that are jealous, people that lost their passion a long time ago that will try to steal it away. What you got to do is you got to hold on to yours tight and don't ever let it go. So keep your head up, keep your passion strong, protect your own personal flame, and feed it so much that it just ignites everybody that's around you. Then you go out, you take on this world, and you live that life that you were meant to. Get creative, guys. Hope you guys learned a little bit. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I will talk to you guys next week. Share with me what you're doing. Have fun. Let's go.